Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have been talking about the stories of the animals who communicated with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I want to talk about two animals today. One is a wild animal, not a pet, but used to hang out around one of the houses of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or house of his relatives, and was very familiar with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would leave the house, it would just go around. Sometime would come back, sometime would go around, but we'll be just roaming around like wild animals do. Some people say that it was Himar al-Wahshi, and some people say that it was a wild deer. But when it would start missing, Prophet ﷺ would start hanging out around the house until Prophet ﷺ would arrive. And as the Prophet ﷺ would enter the house, it would stay right outside the house and would not leave the site. And all of these details are being told by Aisha radiallahu anha, and it is reported by Imam al-Bayhaqi in Dalail al-Nubuwa, Imam Ahmad in al-Musnad, and also comes in Majma' al-Zawaid, and Imam Suyuti narrates them in Khasa'is al-Kubra. The second story I want to tell you is about a bird. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was on some expedition. Might have been an expedition of Tabuk, because that's where people of Medina traveled way up north, which was usually the route that they would not take. So on that route, they ran across a bird, a red color bird that they probably didn't see before, so they were extremely amazed by it. So some of them started spotting the nest for that bird, and they found it. It was on a tree, and as they climbed up the tree in that nest, according to some narration, there were eggs. According to some narration, there were also some baby birds in the nest. So they either took the eggs or the baby birds, or both, whatever was the case. They just took whatever was in the nest, and the nest was empty. As the bird returned, found the nest empty. So the bird, starting to come close to this massive caravan, or this massive force, and came very close to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and started flying very low around the Prophet, and started going around the Prophet. Now even birds know who to take their complaint to. Subhanallah. So Prophet ﷺ turned around and said, "Who among you has bothered this bird about its kids?" So the bird relayed the message to the Prophet that somebody from among your group has bothered me about my kids. Subhanallah. And a few companions stepped forward and said, "Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we were amazed to see this bird. So we climbed up to the nest and we said, okay, maybe we can take some of the children and take along with us and have it, because the bird is so beautiful." And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do not bother the bird. Do not make it worry for its own kids. Put the eggs and the baby birds back in the nest, and do it gently." Allahu Akbar. Look at the mercy of the Prophet ﷺ. Do it gently. While doing it, you shouldn't drop the eggs so that the egg may break or crack. When you're putting it into the nest, also do it gently so that you don't break the egg. This is the mercy, the Prophet of mercy. So anyway, the companions put it back in the nest, and the bird returned. And this hadith is reported by Imam al-Bayhaqi in Dalail al-Nubuwa, also Imam Abi Dawood in Kitab al-Jihad, hadith 26. Also Hafiz ibn Kathir reports it in Tarikh ibn Kathir. Also Imam Suyuti reports it in Khasa'is al-Kubra. Inshallah, we'll talk more about such stories in the coming lectures, because I see there's a lot of interest you have in these stories, and a lot of you have never heard about these stories before, and these are the miracles of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad.